Hello and welcome to this video on Rep Sports. I'm Sneashish Mukherjee and I've been joined by Trishadi. And in this video, we're going to talk about the historical test that is going to happen at Lords between India Women and England Women starting from 10 July. Obviously, this is one of test, but it is historical because for the first time, an women test match is going to be happen at the home of cricket, the Lords. Trishadi, you have been in Lords for several times now. You have covered the men's test cricket at Lords. You know the atmosphere. What is your expectation this time around? For the first time, women's cricket happening, I think that itself a big occasion for you, for yourself as well, because you have followed this game for a long time now. So it is good for us that we are going to be part of that. It's a historical for me, for us as well. But how do you see that? You know, a big honor for both the teams, I think, for the home team and for obviously for Indian also to get a chance. How do you see the crowd and the expectation of the atmosphere that can happen at Lost from 10 July onwards?
I think it shows where women's cricket has reached. You know, it shows how many doors women's cricket has now been able to open. That the doors of home of cricket is open to women's cricket. You know, we have found our home in home of cricket finally, because there were times when, you know, if there are matches, you would not get big grounds. From there to Lords for a 4-day test match is a big leap. Of course, you know, short formats have happened in Lords, but a longer format, that too in Lords, I think it also speaks volumes about the fact that there is still space for test matches. You know, teams like New Zealand, they don't want to play test matches, but they should. I also feel that, I mean, I know it's a historical occasion, but why not 5 days instead of 4 days? There are a number of test matches which do not end up in results because it's a 4-day test match. Why not one more day? Absolutely. But let's look at the positive. I think the biggest positive is that door has been finally opened. And once you have opened that door, whatever performance, because look, there are good test matches, bad test matches, close contested ones, one-sided ones, but I don't care whatever it is. Now that you have broken that shackle, now that you have broken that door, now that so many people have accepted women's cricket with open arms, I can only see this game go forward, and I cannot tell you how proud, emotional, and I am at a loss of words. And in fact, I'm telling you, I don't think of this me when I enter that press box on day one. I will have goosebumps. Now go to the players and think of what they must be feeling. The home of cricket, standing up, singing the national anthem. I will keep some tissues ready. They will have camera on their face. Half of them can't cry, can cry. I think, I mean, it's a wonderful occasion. And last time when I was here in Lords, last time the test match that I covered, you know, this is what I'm saying. Women's cricket making a statement is something which makes my day, at least. And when I say making a statement, I'm not making it men versus women. As in anybody, you know, if you have been part of the women's cricket industry from the beginning, you know, somewhere when the whole 2017 overhaul did not happen, you would know how much this means. And last time, as I said, last time I was here, of course, Mithali Raj rang the bell at home of cricket. And it was huge, you know, seeing her ring the bell in a men's game, which speaks a lot.
It's a statement.
It's a statement. It's what she deserves. And then the women, the way they have played over the years, and I'm not talking about any one particular team. I think all of the teams have had it hard. This has not come easy. It can never come easy. You know, women's sports is always difficult to change the public perspective. Even today, how many people, if you look at it, there is criticism. There are fans who have criticized you and me for criticizing them. But there are so many toxic people who have gone and written, oh, these people only belong to the kitchen. So from breaking those narratives to opening the door of Lords, it has been a full circle moment. And I'm so glad. I feel so privileged to be part of this momentous occasion. I mean, from being the only woman playing, playing cricket in a district, to being here covering this, it's a long way.
Absolutely, and we both are pretty much excited to waiting for that 10 July, that fast ball, whoever bowls, be it India or England. I think that will be interesting to see. But Tushari, what we have known so far, that it is expected to be a full crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a sold out crowd, and that is the culture in England, right?
Exactly my point. See, that is the culture. You and I have been privy to bus conversations. We have been privy to cab conversations, and we know that this country takes
And
it
there
as
is
a
no age
carnival.
barrier as well.
There is no age barrier. There is no gender, which there's no gender barrier as well. I think they enjoy the game. They love being part of sports. They love talking about sport. My favorite has been an old man talking about ladies cricket. They don't say women's cricket. He was talking about ladies cricket. And this old woman who reminded me of Miss Marple. I have not, and obviously not met Miss Marple. She's a fictional character, but the typical description. And her talking about Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane. It has been a superb experience, and I am telling you, because obviously this is your first test match in England. It's a carnival.
My first test match which I am covering.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
But in England, it becomes a very different thing.
very
See,
different.
Australians also enjoy. It's not
Yes,
like they don't.
yes.
But with England, you will see people dressing up. Somebody will come as I don't know. I mean, somebody will come as Harry Kane. Somebody will come as Venus Williams,
Yes.
maybe, or Serena Williams, or somebody can completely come as a pig or a dog or something of that sort. And suddenly, in between, the match is in a tense position. Something is happening. And you see the crowd cheering, and you're thinking, what happened between the over? What did you miss? It has happened a number of times to Rohan and me, where we are like, sorry, what happened? And then you are seeing this guy who has worn a pig, uniform. I mean, not uniform. What do you call that? Dress up.
Dress up.
Has dressed up as pig. Is running, and there are 5 guys who have dressed up as butcher. Who are running after, and they're having a contest of
They're
their
having
own.
their own fun.
Yes, and probably they're not even aware who's. Okay, I'll tell you another experience. So this was the India-England Birmingham Test match.
Okay.
And India-England Birmingham Test match, and I am sitting here watching the match. You guys will remember Rishabh Pant comes down the track and hits Jimmy Anderson.
Yes.
And everybody who are sane go, whoa. People who are gone. Suddenly behind me, a bunch of England supporters go, whoa, what a shot. Oh my God, what a wonderful shot. And I'm thinking, what a sporting crowd. My God. Suddenly somebody in between said, hey, that doesn't look like an England player. Who's hitting? And I turned and said, no, it's Rishabh Pant hitting Jimmy Anderson. Oh, boo! Because they had no idea. By the time it's about tea, they have no idea who's who.
There's a specific reason behind that, but
No, you all know the reason. We are not promoting anything. Please don't get it wrong. We are just saying that they enjoy themselves.
yes, absolutely. But Tushari, for both the teams, be it England, be it India, how challenging it will be, because they were playing 1 week ago a T20 format, a T20 World Cup. Yes, for England played the final, so they had less time for the preparation compared to India. India had still 2-3 more days because they got knocked out in the group stage. But overall, it will be difficult for both the teams. The transitioning from the T20 format to certainly from the red ball format, that too for India in English conditions. How you are seeing the challenges for both the teams?
I think first I'll talk about India. Yes, India did get one or 2 days extra, but do not forget that we don't play with Duke's ball too much. So that is something that we have to adjust to. The other thing is we do play multi-days, but we don't have a Ranji trophy. Women do not have a competition, an extensive competition like Ranji, which I
Red ball
believe
format.
we are going towards. If we can have this test matches a little more competitive test matches. In fact, even if you notice, if somebody in BCCI actually notices that India has a lot of potential as far as test match is concerned, I believe it's the difference, why we
It's
lose
going to
in
happen.
2.5 days. We lost in Australia.
Yes.
This could be could be different, but in Australia we lost in about 2.5 days.
Yes.
That happens because we are not used to this longer format yet, which is where I feel BCCI can step in and get another trophy, which another tournament rather, something like a Ranji trophy. But overall, I feel that's why it will be difficult. And talking about the Lord's Slope with the red wall in the Lord's Slope, it becomes a completely different story, which is why I feel it will be very, very tough for England. Somebody's waving at us.
No. Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay, people.
Okay.
See, this is what I was
This is
saying.
England.
This country is madness. They stopped their car. They were going somewhere. They stopped their car just to wave at the camera.
What happened to our last video?
Yeah, so we were trying to record the review. Yeah, the review of one of the teams, and it was about what 8-9 minutes
Yeah,
video.
maximum.
We had to break it thrice because once suddenly somebody who's a Bengali who spotted us and said, "Oh, so we paused. We spoke to them, and then. Out of nowhere, yeah. One guy suddenly comes out of the house of one of the houses and says, "Are you guys happy that Egypt lost to Argentina?" And we are like, "No. Why would we be happy?" So they were going past us and suddenly said, "What? Are you guys content creators?" I said, "No, we are digital sports media channel. Can we go inside there?" Inside where do you want to go? Like, you want to go inside our mobile phone? And Srihashish is like, "No, we are not live and we are doing women's cricket." Ooh, the World Cup. So they are aware. All of them are aware of what's happening, what's not happening. Now, if you go to the England side, I feel they could be fairly at a little bit of a disadvantage because it was in their mind that many of them might not play another World Cup at home. So the emotions are running high for someone like a Nat Brandt. Maybe she won't Heather Knight. Maybe she won't play another test match at home. So how much can they control those emotions and put that into cricket? See, it could be both ways. It could bog them down or push them harder. But I don't think it will be easy because look, a final is an intense game, emotionally high game. They lost, they were crying. You saw Sophie Eccleston, Georgia Wall was continuously there with her.
Lauren Bell.
And then you have to turn it around. See, with Lauren Bell, there's enough time for her to play.
Yes,
so that is where I feel somewhere coping up becomes easier. The same way probably where Shafali will find it easier to cope up than...
Harmanpreet. Or
I
maybe
didn't want to take the name.
Smriti Mandhana.
Because people will then
Smriti
say, "Oh,
Mandhana.
you."
No, Smriti Mandhana.
I mean, it happens, that's how it works. So in the same way, I thought the way Nat Brandt broke down, it of course broke a lot of hearts. But the truth is, from there she has to bounce back and play Test cricket. That's one part. The other part is the fitness part. That is going to be huge because, by the way, guys, London is really hot right now. And the problem with this heat is it's just sucking up the energy somehow. Look, we are from India. We are from Kolkata. We are used to heat. But
still, it is not that.
yesterday we were dehydrated.
Manageable.
Yeah, yesterday we were dehydrated and we got a juice or somewhere because we were just completely dehydrated. In one gulp, we had finished that bottle of juice. We were feeling that weak. And think of the players out there. It is not going to be easy. It is going to be a lot of pressure, but also it is going to be a lot of emotions.
Absolutely. But Trishadi, for someone like Charlotte Edwards,
Yeah.
how crucial will be her role, to keep the side in a better space in terms of mentality, in terms of keeping the emotions out of that loss of that, T20 World Cup final, because it is not easy. The team might be a little bit down in terms of confidence after losing that home World Cup final, and we all know the record that they used to have when it comes to the Women's World Cup finals. So that match is gone. That is done and dusted. But someone like, as a head coach, for Charlotte Edwards, how crucial will be her role to keep that, to recharge the team again and to tell the team, okay, it's done and dusted. Now let's focus for the next game and it's a historical, and let's go out there, play your best game and make sure we're winning this game.
I think if someone there understands how big this occasion is, in a positive side, this occasion, Snehashish is bigger than any of the teams winning or losing.
Yes.
And if there is one woman out there who understands it more than all 30 of them, 30 of the women, of the players, plus the support staff of both the teams, that is Charlotte Edwards. Because she has seen and been the part of women's cricket when people would say things like, women's cricket, what? I mean, I'm not saying that you won't understand that because you have not faced it.
Yes.
What do you want to do? We have been asked, what do you want to do in life, or what do you do? I'm a cricketer. Cricketer? What do you do? I'm a cricketer. So that question, I'm sure Charlotte Edwards has answered in her days. From there to this, I think she understands the occasion, and that is where I feel she'll say, you know what, disappointment, yes, we will sit down, we will talk about what went wrong in the finals, but right now, just shift gear and enjoy ourselves, because you never know when such a grand occasion appears. The other part, of course, is if you look at, and if you have purely look at this as Charlotte Edwards, the coach, and not get emotional, but see, look at it practically. When she took over the coaching, there was a lot of, a lot of players who were unfit, a lot of players who were not really up to the international standards, fitness-wise. Mental health is not the right word, but mentality-wise, mindset-wise, that has changed. And she had wanted that time.
Yeah.
She got that time, and she has got the results. Yes, England were not clinical per se, probably. In the final, there were a lot of hiccups. But ultimately, where she wanted to go, they are very close to that. They were in the finals. And Charlotte Edwards should ideally be, I wouldn't say happy, but should be at least looking at it from a positive point of view, that there is growth. And then take the test match along and say, you know what, it's
Another
not all
towards that goal.
Exactly, it's not all lost. There is a Champions Trophy coming up.
Yes.
And nowadays, with the number of matches increasing, number of tournaments increasing, look at this. Even if you have lost in the final, you have Champions Trophy 6 months down the lane. Once Champions Trophy is done, you will have another T20 World Cup to look up to. Once T20 World Cup is done, you will have Olympics to look up to. Olympics done, One Day World Cup to look up to. So you're continuously having one thing or the other, which is where I feel, it's a little easier to reset that way, because the next line is absolutely visible.
Absolutely. Okay, Trishadi, last thing before wrapping up the video, the marketing of the test match. I think ECB have done superb job. I think I have already mentioned earlier in several videos that what you told me previous year while you were there covering the men's test series, that already the advertisement of the T20 World Cup and the test match as well was going on. They already started the campaigning, and right now we can see the metro station, the train station, the bus stations, everywhere the test match is there, and that is why maybe most of the people are aware of that fact that the match is going to happen.
Yes.
How good ECB have been regarding the marketing of the test match?
Oh, they have been fantastic. I think much like ECB and ICC were fantastic in marketing the Women's T20 World Cup, they have done a fab job in marketing the Women's Test. As you said, you can see this video of the whole test match ad being there in the metro. They call it Tube. In the Tube station. What it does is, it suddenly increases that curiosity.
What is this happening?
What is happening, and why all of a sudden we have never heard of this? Yes, why is it everywhere? And in a culture like this, where people are so interested in sport, in fact, in one of the overheard bus conversations, two of the ladies were like, Jai to jai kahan? Obviously not in Hindi.
So much thing happening.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously not in Hindi, but they were like, what should we do? There's a Formula 1, and I was actually glad that they knew about Formula 1, tennis, cricket, football, all of that. So it's wonderful. And that continuous reminder. In fact, if you remember, even when the World Cup final was happening, they were announcing about the test. When the World Cup was happening, they were announcing about the test. The advanced ticket booking was on for a longer time. And even before you could think about it, the tickets are sold out. And, not sold out. There's 30,000 odd crowd. So when when people ask questions like who watches women's cricket, there are loads of people to watch. Not only women's cricket, every sport. I believe every sport has a niche audience. आप कोशिश तो करो, आप market तो करो. For example, we did the same. We started doing women's cricket in Red Sports, keeping in mind the same thing, that you know what, there is a niche audience for women's cricket. They will enjoy what we talk about. They might not like what we talk about, but they will come and have a chat with us.
Will engage with
we
us.
will engage, and we do that. We on tours. In fact, Snehashish and I have spoken about this, that on tours we can't go about taking every single question, but we do try our best to take as many questions as we can, because we do understand that people want to have conversations, and it is only through conversations that the marketing will go to the large extent, which is where ECB has hit a sixer. You know, the continuous conversation. In fact, the bus stands have the test matches. One of the buses have. In fact, yesterday, you remember I told you, I showed it to you. 3 buses couldn't take the picture because I think I was having ice cream. But anyway, we'll ignore that. Ignore that part. 3 buses. One had Wimbledon. One had something.
The football.
Yeah. Yes. One had the FIFA World Cup. One had the Test match. You know, 3 buses completely wrapped up in 3 different sports. And these buses are going around the entire city. So it's beautiful
So
work
you
done.
cannot
Hats off.
ignore that. You cannot ignore.
Absolutely not. And once you're aware of it, if you want, you're just going to come there, and it's on the weekend, so you'll get more crowd in the first 2 days.
Yes, absolutely. So there's no doubt that ECB have done a fabulous job when it comes to the marketing of the test match, and now all eyes on the 10th of July. You know, the match, the atmosphere. All as we started the video, we talked about that thing, that we both are waiting for that, and let's see how the team performs as well, because for them also it's a huge occasion. But obviously the performance matters, and the main thing will be how they do against England, because England will be a top side at home. Playing at Lords, it will not be easy for the Indian side. So let's see how it does. And today we will definitely get the update from the Indian practice. The England practice is also there, and despite it being on the match day -2, there is a press conference from both the teams. So you will get all the latest update from that as well.
Today is a very special day.
Yes, and today is a very special day that we'll get to know. That will get to know
Later.
later. Yes. So as of now, thank you guys for joining in. Hopefully you like the video. Please like, share, subscribe the channel, and please follow Repsos for all the latest update. Thank you.